I'm going to explain how Bitcoin will save your life. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm in the Pipe 5x5 here in Dubai. Hope you're doing well wherever you are. I'm not going to go into the charts. Yeah, things are going up and stuff like that. Do the charts tomorrow. I'm just going to tell you about how Bitcoin is going to save your life, because when I saw all the media reports about the vaccines killing people and so forth, for me, it was like, duh. and so for the rest of you guys, it's like, oh my God, right? And the reason why is because you see how the company is not going bankrupt or being taken down, right? That killed all these people, right? Killed millions of people, more people than actually died in World War I and World War II over the span of its existence with the vaccine. It will continue to do so. The only way that you can prevent yourself from actually getting involved with this ever again is to actually, save up enough wealth in order to actually have FU money. So it just said, okay, well, you want to screw me, right? No. I have enough money, so you can't do that. You can't force me to take a vaccine. You can't force me to go to war, right? Because I got enough money to say, no, dog, not a chance, right? Enough wealth. And that's what Bitcoin is, right? When you store your wealth in fiat money, right, this means you're going to be poor. I see people working for me and stuff like that still, holding on to that savings, that 20K or 10K, this is my savings. And they're feeling proud that they have this much money saved. And it's not money, right? Hey, I need to disturb you for a second, because I'm going to be doing a course on how to buy Bitcoin, how to use Bitcoin, how to use a wallet, how to use a hardware wallet, how to basically store Bitcoin for the long term. Because we all know that it's going to be the money. You need to have this. Very happy to help you guys. Something gets printed and loses value all the time, whilst Bitcoin will always increase in value even when we actually using it as money. Of course, it won't do that as much. It won't go up as much in value in the future when everybody's using it, because it can only go up as much as the population growth. And on top of that, the population decrease by the percentage, because some people will not actually, set up inheritance properly for their Bitcoins and so forth. So Bitcoin will actually disappear permanently. That's not a problem. That's not a problem, because Bitcoin is divisible forever. And if you don't understand that, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Bitcoin doesn't matter how much Bitcoin we could survive off of just one Bitcoin in the whole entire world. It doesn't matter, because we can go smaller units forever, because it's digital. It doesn't actually exist physical. So back to saving your life, right? Once again, right? Of course, you're going to need some knowledge, but knowledge comes to you when you have wealth, right? Simple as that. So save up your Bitcoin. Start looking at how much dollars you've got, and keep looking at how much Bitcoin you could possibly get over time, right? Just focus on that, not the dollar amount. Forget it. That could fluctuate up and down. Doesn't really matter. Think about how much Bitcoin you could save. And don't focus on, well, you know what? I can't buy the same things because it went down. No. We're looking at the wrong thing. You need to look at the long picture, because imagine, right? You bought Bitcoin at 10K and it dropped all the way down to 3K. You feel a little burned, right? But today it's 100K. Sorry, 110, right? Do you remember that burning feeling if you did happen to buy 10K, watch it go to 3K? No, you don't. You don't at all. So whatever you feel in the moment, that's going to go away, right? When Bitcoin goes up and Bitcoin goes down, whatever feeling you have, whether the euphoric feeling in the future when it goes up, or the sad feeling when it goes down, that's all going to go away to the point where, oh, yeah, it's up, it's down, whatever. Yeah. Okay. That's nice. Right? And once you get to that, you know you're at the FU stage, meaning that no other thing that the government or corporations do to you can stop you. You can actually say, yeah, I'm not stupid. Go away. And this power can save your life, because you're thinking, well, how am I going to know? Well, because you're going to be around people who do know, right? Because you have wealth, right? People who will appreciate the fact that you worked hard and saved. And the fact that you do save and you do sacrifice gives you something extra as well. It gives you the strength to be among the top quality people who will point out, hey, yeah, you might want to go this way. You might want to realize that this is a scam, right? Throughout history, right? Wars, for example, were done by the banks for two reasons, actually. Two reasons. One was obviously to make money, right? Because they can lend to both sides. But the other reason was to wipe out the population. Because the majority of the people who go to war, right, and die are the average idiots who are told, yeah, you're dying for your country, for honor, fight for honor, yeah. But the smarter people, the people who build things, who manufacture things that you use every day, they're not going to war. No. Right? People who have money and save large savings and stuff like that, they're not going to war. No. It's the average idiot and their children. Right? So instead of being that person, right, why don't you be the person who goes, yeah, I get the story. I get the game. But I ain't playing. Okay? I ain't playing. So once you get some large enough wealth, you don't have to play anymore at their stupid games. Right? And this is what it is, a game, right? Because when you have the ability to print money, right, and money doesn't matter to you, what do you want? Control. You want to control the game. You want to move the pieces around, right? And that's what they do. They do to us, right? That's why, I watched a video of all the government agencies, like people coming, oh, we got to pretend that we own masks. For everybody, put on a mask. This was all a game to force you to do some stupidness of putting on masks to protect you from a virus which was effectively the flu. This kind of game you don't have to play anymore when you own Bitcoin. You can go, that's for the other idiots. You get to be a part of the elite club, right? Because there's the fixed supply about Bitcoin, and there's no chance for them to debase the value of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will continue to rise. So this is why it's so important to own and save Bitcoin for the long term. You get to save your life and the lives of your children in the future. And you get to do it today because right now Bitcoin is slowly getting into the wealthy people's hands. Right? So far, not all of them have gotten a hold of it. Not every single millionaire can get a hold of one Bitcoin. And you get to buy it before they do. And so when you get that advantage, why not take advantage of that? Go ahead, start figuring out how you can prevent yourself from selling that Bitcoin over time, saving it for your future so that you can go read between the lines, right? Whenever they try to tell you to do something that's going to kill you. Because they will. They will. And who's they? It doesn't freaking matter. Doesn't matter. Right? Could be a corporation. Could be a government. Could be the Rothschilds. Could be anybody. It don't matter who you want to call that. Right? You know that they exist. And they're going to take you down if they can, because they can print money and move you like a chessboard. But if you have wealth, you can go, no. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all and hope you learned something. I know you might think it's a conspiracy theory, and that's fine, or whatever. You want to hate on this kind of message, and that's fine. You live your life, right? I mean, you could be like the Jews in World War II who said, no, Hitler doesn't exist. He's not going to kill us all. Or you could realize the truth, right? It's up to you. It's up to you, right? And if you do, right? If you don't believe me, that's okay. You deserve your fate. And if you do, well, you will reap the rewards from that, right? Because heck, you save Bitcoin, right? You gain wealth, and people will appreciate you. And you'll be able to do more things in the future. Good things, right? Instead of possibly dying, right? Which is not a good thing. All right. Thanks for watching. Cheers.